on 20th of September. Would my lords please direct it not to be deleted on that date, please? May I just pass the details of the...
No, just make sure that somebody, the email, advocate on record's name you make.
My lords, the email has been sent by advocate on record again, day before yesterday.
What's the name of the...
My lords, it's Amir Arsiwala.
Yes.
Amir Arsiwala.
That's my apology.
Please, my lords, I'm great.
My lords, your lordship said some of the chief secretaries of states which are defaulted on payments of pension and allowances tomorrow.
Yes.
Your lordships will also ask me to give a list of those chief secretary, those states which have actually complied. I've just passed it on. I've
So
just
we
passed
now
it on.
just 3 copies. Just 1 second.
For the defaulting states, there is also a request to appear online. My lords, number of applications have been filed. So I just thought.
No. The chief secretary, the states which have not complied, they have to be present online. They have to be present here. We have said they have to be physically present. Those who have complied, how many have complied between that order and today now?
The others, non-complying, I've mentioned in my list.
Yes. Others have
The others have complied. The others have complied.
Who?
I appear for West Bengal, most of the
They have not complied.
Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Delhi, Assam, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Himachal, J&K, Ladakh, Jharkhand, Kerala, Bihar, Goa, Haryana, Odisha.
Those people have not complied.
They have not complied. They have not complied.
substantial compliance.
They have to comply. No substantial compliance. By tomorrow, make sure that they comply. Others ask them to be here. No. They have to be personally present here. Otherwise, we'll issue a non-bailable warrant. There's no going back on that order. They have to have given enough time. They have to comply, pay by this evening. They have to, there's no substantial here. They are 100% compliance. That's why we've given enough time. We have been giving time from 27th of July 22, 19th May 23 for January 2024. Therefore, we have directed personal presence. And ultimately, and what is not being paid, the arrears of salary and allowances to our district judiciary.
Funds have been released, it has reached all the district fee for the people. Have not come through. As below the 99.9%. That's my instructions. Whatever.
We'll call out each state tomorrow, we'll see. And
it's showing for 27.
Yes.
I wanted to clarify whether it's coming up tomorrow. It's not there in the list.
No. It will come up on the 27th, right? 27th. 27th. We'll take it up and then we will call out each state separately and see what the compliance is. Let them be present before us. We'll see.
Great.
Lords, may I mention?
My lord, may I mention, Lord, on behalf of the AIMS doctor residents, Lord, Nagpur, Lord. Lord, on account of their being participating in the agitation and the protest, Lord, now they are being victimized, Lord, on one ground or the other, being marked absent.
But they are not.
Lord, but they were doing the emergency duties, Lord. But because they were participating in the
Are they at work? If they are not at work, they'll be marked absent. How can we ask them to do something?
not allowing in the exams, Lord. Lord, in one way or the other, Lord. If a lenient will be taken, Lord, if a lenient will be taken.
If they are on duty, they will not be marked absent. If they are not on duty, the law will have to follow its course. How can we tell the administration to to write something which is not correct?
Not with respect to the exams and all that, Lord, the lenient will be taken, Lord, because of this reason, Lord, they were on protesting or on strike.
That's all right. So ask them to first return to work.
Yes.
Once they return to work, then if nobody is going to take any adverse action against the doctors.
That-
Let them
that will
all
be-
come back to work.
Word from your lordship will work, Lord, for them.
Let them first come back to work, and then if there's any difficulty, just talk to us in the court here. We'll make sure that there is no adverse action against the doctors.
Very well.
We quite see that they were all upset about the fact that there was a very serious incident which took place. But let them first report to work, and then once having
They have
reported.
reported back, Lord. They have reported back. They have reported back. AIIMS Nagpur reported back, Lord. The resident doctor, they have joined the.
Lordship, sir, mention on behalf of PGI Chandigarh. Your Lordship, there is, Lordship in PGI Chandigarh, they are going in for a rally for 2 hours in the morning, but they're doing all their duties. But for 9 days, their CL has been deducted now from the leave. So that is a victimization.
Yes,
You also have to write the research papers and
I don't think, somebody like Dr. Vivek Lal, he's the director at PGI Chandigarh, that he will do anything which which
Lordship,
amounts to victimization.
Lordship, I'm only saying.
They're all very
individual.
See, ultimately,
inputs.
the directors of these
Yes,
institutions,
he made a
they
statement.
also have their heart with the doctors, but
Yes,
they are in a
Lordship.
situation where poor people who come to those institutions cannot be left behind in the lurch.
Yes, sir.
That they take appointments 2 years before the actual date, and then suddenly you're told that you will not be attended to. Let them all resume work. And I'm sure the directors are all very seasoned directors who spend their life in these institutions. They're not going to do anything against the
I
doctor.
think
Lord,
one of your lordship,
Right now, the notice that they have been given is that since or for 9 days you've been on the rally, so we are deducting your 9 days of casual leave.
We'll pass some general order.
Yes, yes. sir.
Pass some general order on that.
I,
Lordship, may I make
Lord,
one-
may I say something?
Rest assured, please rest assured that once the doctors, we hope, resume duty, then we will prevail upon the authorities not to take any
adverse?
adverse
Very well,
action.
Lord.
Yes.
But they must first come back to duty for the simple reason, otherwise the people who,
They are on
people who,
They are,
people who
all
need,
of them are on.
people who need the services the most are deprived of their
Yes.
services. That's the only concern. How does the public health infrastructure run if the doctors don't resume work?
Lord, only my lord,
All
one
right,
thing.
now first let's have the status report. We first want to see the
Lord, these are
status
the three
report.
copies. Lord, I believe the anguish of the doctor is correct, but having come from your lordships, an assurance that your lordships are looking into it, my lord, I think that should satisfy.
With the assurance of no adverse action, my lords.
Lords, we are absolutely not grateful to your lordships that lordships have intervened. Lords, we have not been heard, my lords, at all. Our grievances, my lord, are at the forefront because we are, my lord, facing the brunt of this, my lord, whatever is
Well, the
happening.
reason why we constituted such a broad-based committee is, we have specifically said that the committee shall engage with all stakeholders, including, that will include the resident doctors. So please assure them,
Yes.
that the committee, one second, Mr. Ansari. Please assure the resident doctors, they all are young doctors, that they will be heard by the,
We heard, my lord, and some representation.
but tell us one thing, we can hear you,
Federation.
Mr. Kamath, we hear you for half an hour. We are not the committee.
Because
Ultimately, you have to be heard by the committee.
Yes, what we were requesting, my lord, some, my lord's association, whatever your lordship choose, Lord, some representative from the resident doctors association, if they can be a
Yes.
part of the committee.
Yes.
So their
One
voice,
second, Mr.
I'm
Ansari.
sorry, I'm not saying.
You see, please understand.
we leave it to your lordships, my lord.
Mr. Kamath,
Want
please
to voice-
understand. We have thought through this very carefully. If we start now asking for the representatives of various stakeholders to be a part of the committee, that becomes an impossible process because, the committee's work will then get dislocated. You know what happens. You are such an experience yourself. At the same time, we are conscious of the fact that the primary concerns of the doctors, the nurses, the paramedical staff, that has to be taken into account by the members of the committee. For two things that on the committee, we have very senior women doctors in the committee. The doctors who are on the committee are people who have worked for a long time in their life as part of public health infrastructure. So therefore, what we have expected the committee to do is that the committee will hear these various stakeholders, namely the interns, the residents, the senior residents, representatives of the nurses, the other paramedical staff. So therefore, they are in a hospital, there are a huge number of stakeholders. The committee will ensure that it will hear representative,
Hold on, my lord. In fact, I have taken instructions. So I represent about 30,000 doctors.
please, and you know, Mr. Kamath, please tell them that the committee will definitely give them a hearing. We'll reiterate that in our order today. You will certainly, Mr. Kamath, your point is well taken. We'll make it clear.
My lords.
Absolutely, Mr. Kamath, we are grateful to you actually for personally, because you know our hearts go out to all those people who have to go to public hospitals. So we will make an observation that the committee would hear all stakeholders, including the Resident Doctors Association. Of course, not 30,000 doctors, but a representative.
One part in application.
Right. And if, and appointment can be given to them when the committee assembles, so that the committee can, because your stake is very high and your inputs are very valuable. So please assure the resident doctors that we were now passing an order that the committee will give them a representative voice in putting forth their grievances, their working conditions, so on and so forth.
Suggestions.
Today and
Our suggestion,
and then call off their, my lord's protest. my lord.
we will also say that.
My lord, my lord,
add
I
what
appear for
Lordship
the
permitted me to
RG
add?
car.
Can I?
Mr. Ansari and then Mr.
Yes.
Lord, I appear for the Delhi Medical Association.
Yes,
Lord, we filed a writ petition in 2022, Lord, raising the same grievance.
right.
This court says, as and when any incident happened, Lord, we are grateful to your Lordship. Lordship could show moto, otherwise we were contemplating to file. There is a judicial order there, any order, Lord, any incident happened, then you come to us, Lord. Lord, now, my Lord, we are the association of 110 years old. As Mr. Kamath has said, my Lord, there is being a part of the committee.
Can
My Lord,
we
can I? I'm so
Can
sorry.
we just suggest one thing?
Yes, my lord.
Because, you know, in such a large matter,
Yes,
we have to bring
yes.
some order to the,
My Lord,
order also, which we pass.
please, your Lordship.
If all of you who are intervening for various bodies
Yes,
can give on a slip of paper,
yes,
name of the body
yes.
and whom you represent,
Very well.
we will put that in our order
I understand.
so that you know, your
I-
clients have that assurance that look, the Supreme Court is also factored in our
I
grievances.
understand. My Lord, that will be very useful.
So then we will say that out of these, the committee may take an appropriate decision on engaging with the representative.
But all that we were saying, my Lord, the committee constitute of a very respectable persons, my Lord, Lordship has chosen them. But some representation from the associations, my Lord, those who face day-to-day, my Lord, problems. Making representation to the committee and being a part of the committee, my Lord, would be a little, Lord, we have been hesitating this law. I'm sure, but Lordship thinks it appropriate.
Talk to my
Lordship
learned
may
about
take it,
it.
my Lord.
I'll get a
Yeah,
response from.
And
That would be very helpful.
I had made two more aspects, Lord, two more small aspects. Lordship has flagged, my Lord, about 11 issues which the committee will take into account. Two more aspects, if your Lordships can kindly consider that. One is, my Lord, the distress call, my Lord, we mentioned it day before yesterday. Lordship said it will be part of the order, my Lord. I have seen, Lord, it is distress call system, my Lord, which is available, my Lord, on drop on a watch, on a mobile, my Lord. That can also be, my Lord, a part of it. Secondly, my Lord, institutional FIR, my Lord. What has been happening here is, my Lord, the parents has to go, the relatives has to go. There should be an institutional FIR within 2 hours of a cognizable offense, my Lord. If that also comes to your Lordship's part of the order, my Lord. And finally, my Lord, the fast tracking of, my Lord, we have done cases 10 years back, my Lord. The trial is still proceeding. Lord, in 2016, my Lord, a person was murdered, a doctor was murdered inside the hospital, my Lord, at a point blank range, my Lord. Nothing happened. There was a widespread agitation. The chief minister said 50. What I'm saying, there are similar matters pending in this court. If a Lordship expedite that.
To obviate, you know, handing over slips, but we'll go about it in a very systematic way.
Yes.
Mr. Devdatta Kamath is appearing for whom?
Federation of Residents.
Instead of your Lordships writing down, let us give
Can
it.
you just, it'll be easier for us.
It
We'll
would be
spend the
easier.
next 5
It
minutes,
doesn't
you know.
look good also.
All right.
Your
My Lord,
Lordships are very kind, my Lord, but
All right, what we are doing is, we are just circulating a sheet of paper. If you can all just, as we are going along with the matter, write it, so we'll examine that and we'll put your names down.
I had made a request
my lord,
Some SOP, the committee is looking into it. There is no SOP on the hours of the doctor.
Of course, we said that.
it is a specific
it's a mandate.
remit of the committee.
Kiran, one second.
And the slip will-
One of the points which, you know, that one para where I say, this is a non-exhaustive list, which specifically says that they are made to work for 36 hours. And one more thing, we have said, we have referred to working conditions in general, which includes the work. So please assure the doctors, we are as concerned about them that they have to work for 36 hours. All of us have also had family members, relatives. We have gone to public hospitals.
Yes.
I have slept on the floor of a public hospital when somebody in the family was not well. So we have gone through that, and you observe all of them working for 36 hours.
Lord, we would
Lord,
also not
I-
like, we would not like, my lord, a doctor who has not slept for 30 hours to treat us, my lord, because
Can I just explain what happens in the hospitals? Because I have doctors in the family and also people studying in the medical colleges. What happens is that the senior, who are the third-year students of PG courses, they are the one who assign duty. You do a 12 hours to 24 hours, and then thereafter you are given a rest for 2 to 3 hours. Again, you are called back on duty. The junior doctors are the one who prepare the discharge summary. And the discharge summary is prepared by them. So the workload is then again 2-3 hours. So it is almost 48 hours. It is not even 36 hours. So my humble submission is that you are neither in a physical state or a mental state at that stage to even resist if somebody is teasing you. I'm not even on the bigger sexual assault. I'm not on that because there are many incidents.
Shashikaran ji, if you look at our order,
Yes.
sorry, Ms. Kumudasa Das, you know what? If you see our order,
Yes. Your Lordship.
if you see our order, we have in fact highlighted this very aspect, that there is a certain hierarchical nature of the workplace in a public hospital or any hospital. So when we have referred to that, and we have said because of the hierarchical nature, doctors, including junior doctors, are susceptible to harassment, not just sexual harassment, but different kinds of harassment.
Yes, Your Lordship. Yes.
So we have specifically referred to this, but now that you have mentioned it, in a course of our order, in a brief order today, we will add to that as well. No difficulty. Your point is perfectly well taken. So please.
My
don't
lord,
feel that
a
it's-
small point to
So,
supplement
just
that.
say,
Is that
Yeah.
because
my
I
lord,
also
may I
come
just
from a
take a
family of
minute?
doctors, is that the counter to that, of course, is the fact that there are lots of peer-reviewed studies to say that continuity is important. Now, obviously, doctors can't be treated like this in light of that. So the committee should look into it and propose something
You see,
that
there is
has
another, I'll tell
adequate
you one thing.
safeguards.
I'll tell you one thing. We have got so many emails. I've been flooded with emails which I've been reading to the extent humanly possible. There's another viewpoint also that look, if you have doctors only on duty for 8 hours, then the purpose is that the doctor must be able to see the evolution of the patient. So that patient is there overnight, then your duty hours may extend beyond 8 hours so that you see that what is the development in the case of the patient between the time you entered and the time you exited. But we are not going to make any
Not
comment on
all
that.
of
But the
us-
committee will.
Your lordship.
But for
Your
all
lordship,
one
other
One
Certainly,
thing is.
48 hours of duty or 36 hours of duty is a little too aggressive.
is
Not
not
really.
really human.
My
My lord,
lord,
may
what
I
is-
say I'm representing the KG Car Medical Junior Resident Doctors. They are still RG Car. And my lord, they are
By
still.
the way, Brother Justice Rishikesh Roy pointed out to me in another CB yesterday that you kept on saying car is car. So I said, well, I
We are
apologize. to him.
forgetting one crucial thing.
So, my lord,
My lord,
the,
Can I speak? my lord?
can
We
I
are
just?
forgetting one crucial thing. All doctors, my lord, which your lordships have constituted in the committee, they have passed through this very phase. They are aware of the problems.
So, my lord, I'm just saying that they are still terrorized. They are still in fear. They are saying our senior residents are back at work. We'll give it to the Registrar General in a sealed cover, the names of the people. There are about 70 junior residents and they are interns. And they are still feeling terrorized. They are threatened. They are actually being targeted
Geetal,
in the hospital.
But terrorized by whom? Because this is a serious thing. And they
Yes.
in the RG or medical hospital. medical college. What is their
But
grievance?
instead of, my lord, giving them here, let them be given to me. I'll ensure, my lord, CISF to do the needful. My lord.
Yes,
Be
but
better.
we have to have their names in sealed cover because those who've spoken up are feeling targeted already.
Yes.
And they have a
But-
timeline
targeted-
of
but targeted-
videos they have taken.
Targeted by whom? Don't give us names, but targeted broad
By
by.
officials, my lords, by goons, I am for
By-
the 20,000 doctors
by-
in the Kolkata, my lords.
But if your
And
lordship sees the.
some of,
report,
many of
uh,
them work in
by,
RG card.
Possibly a hint of.
By members of the administration, by people who are in the hospital.
All right,
And
we'll take note of that. We'll
Yes,
take-
There is one more submission, Your Lordship. There's a last submission, Your Lordship, I want to make. Can we have a compensation distress fund
That's been.
for the victims and the deceased of the family created by the state so that when at the time of the crisis of this kind of situation, they can be also get a compensation system like what we have done in the Nirbhaya case, Your Lordship.
All right, let's just see the status report for a moment. We'll just see the status.
But
Your Lordship,
Just give us one moment.
with your Lordship permission, may I just,
1 second,
If
we'll have to
lordship
put in.
permits us, then should we post on the filing, e-filing, the suggestions or the pointers that we have, because it is anonymity which the resident doctors and interns from different places they are requesting, because the direct impact is on them. And their mental state is terrible. There is also a survey report of National Medical Council which says that 28%.
Point taken.
Under-
There should be a portal where suggestions can be given to the
Yes.
committee, even anonymously, without disclosure of identity.
Yes.
Point well taken. Noted.
Lords, after the status report, could we have 1 minute on the SIT, my lords? We are representing 5 associations of doctors. And the difficulty is that there is an institutional compromise with regard to the financial regularities and the rate. Here's why. There were the same gentleman who was the head of Dr. Shondeep Ghosh, who was head of this RG Core Medical College. Also, for example, commissioned, asked for CCTV cameras for 14 lakhs to be rented. Now, had he bought those CCTV cameras, they would have been there. It would have been a deterrent, and there would have been better accountability. An SIT 2 days ago was, and I have the notification here, my lords. An SIT was set up by the West Bengal government. To look into these irregularities by the same person. And that only constitutes officials that are under the control of the West Bengal government.
But would your lordship consider having the status report?
Earlier form
It is so powerful that.
is the ultimate
In-
form.
That my lords,
Why
he's
are
been
you
replaced.
saying all this?
He's been
Lordship,
replaced. Please.
In the nurses
Please,
case, he was
please.
the IG.
Your lordships, my lord, consider the report first, my lord.
All right.
That
just-
might, my
So,
lord.
my
give
lords,
a-
with regard to the SIT, just to
Just one
close that
second.
loop.
Let's see the report
Yes,
and then we
yes,
will come back to you on the SIT.
Yes, ma'am.
We've also filed our report.
Yes,
Your Honor, I'm Dr. Rajiv Yoshi calling from
Just
Pune.
1 second. Everybody can just hold their patience for 2 minutes. Let's quickly run through the two status reports.
The state's report was not called for, but they have, my lord, asked, your lordship's may, my lord, it's entirely your
It's been
lordship.
called for in the order. Why
It
did
has
my
been
learned
called
friend say
for
that?
the order.
I thought we had asked for the.
Yes, of course.
The order.
Page 10, my lord, rest is, my lord, is.
in
Page
fact-
10 of yours.
In fact,
Mine,
Malath, I
Lord,
might, if your lordship will give me a minute, Malath, I don't want to interfere.
We'll just quickly run through this, then come back to you in a moment. So that we
Very
go step by step.
very
10 para 7, Lord, before that, we have narrated the facts, etc., which broadly your lordships are aware, so I'm not, and I'm obviously not reading, my lord, your lordships may read from para 7. So date and time may kindly be, my lord, taken note of, my lord. Eventually, we have, this is very, very preliminary finding, but we have recorded some,
All right.
flagged some issues.
We just.
I'm just. Ask if they have a spare copy.
It's only for the court.
I hope the audio has now been fixed. Viewers can confirm if they can hear me. We're just trying to, fiddle with the technology as much as we can, and we're trying to ensure that the transmission is not affected. More importantly, as far as the Supreme Court hearing is concerned, that is of utmost priority and that should not be affected. So yeah, Tomogno Bhattacharya has confirmed I'm audible now. So just to give you a rundown of what really has happened so far, it is very, very significant to understand this hearing is a suo motu hearing after the Supreme Court has taken suo motu cognizance of the matter. Now, Supreme Court's intervention only underlines the fact that the kind of public uproar and furor the RG Kar incident has created across the country. There are doctors from all across the country. They have gone on protest. They have gone on withdrawal of services. They have gone on absolute strike. And that issue was also raised up before the bench of the Chief Justice of India, the bench rising of the Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. We know as a matter of fact that the Supreme Court had intervened and the matter was first heard last Tuesday. Now, what had been the biggest takeaway from Tuesday's hearing?
Yes, yes, we have the case diary. It's part of the case diary. We are not supply, our difficulty. Part of the case diary, they have it. It's part of the case diary. Only a minute, Mr. Sibal, if you don't mind. Lord,
Flag it for us and.
Sure. Only one thing. I did not know, my lord, that there is some report, my lord, because our difficulty was we entered on the 5th day. And thereafter, my lord, before that, my lord, whatever was collected by the local police, my lord, we were given. And our investigation starts, my lord, that is itself a challenge by itself, my lord, because the scene of offense is altered. Everything is, my lord, even the. Everything is videographed. Nothing is altered. Everything is videographed. Lord, without knowing anything, Mr.
Postmortem is videographed.
Yes, rest is
The scene
not
of crime
videographed.
is not videographed because the crime is.
The seizure memo is there, madam. Seizure memo is there.
9 o'clock, the crime is detected.
Seizure memo is there, madam. Not the most shocking fact. I am not making this, Mr. Sibal is. That is also combative move. Lord, the most shocking fact. The FIR is registered after cremation at 11:45 night. First, the parents are informed that she is not well by the deputy superintendent. When they reach, they say that she has committed a suicide. Thereafter, they say that it appears to be a death. Fortunately, the young doctors, the colleagues of this deceased girl, victim, they insisted that we want videography, we want this. This is suggestive that even they were suspecting some cover-up. So they were also trying their best.
Well, let's just see the medical examination.
Yes, Your Worship.
Lord's postmortem was done in the same hospital.
I don't.
So that may be
Postmortem was also done in the same.
I don't want. This is entirely accusatory. I don't want to contradict my learned friend, but the record will show what happened.
Lord, one more fact, my lord, it may.
And we have a note on timeline, exactly what time, what happened.
Karuna.
3 copies.
There are people in this.
Yes.
In this, Asa?
It's there. What does we?
And page?
We'll mark the page. And my lords, also I have a timeline, my lords, as to each minute what happened.
Can you just give us the page of the PMR? So we don't have to.
I can give PMR, my lord, I have postmortem. I have, my lord, handy.
You have the PMR?
Yes, sir. That is provided to us by that was by the local police, my lord. It was given to us. Just flag it.
We saw it yesterday.
This report, my lord.
Well, that's
Postmortem.
202 of our status report, my lords.
My lord, this has the flagging also, whatever your lordship would like to.
Yes, but that can't change in any case. The postmortem is postmortem.
Yes, page.
Page 13 of the case diary.
Yes. And my lord, our status report also has it, page 202.
Yes.
So, so the status report has now been submitted before the bench, and the status report of the CBI has been submitted. So, it is. So the status report has now been submitted. It is very crucial. It's very crucial because the Supreme Court actually wanted to know what is there in the status report, which way the investigation is going, and how the investigation is progressing. Minded, there had been a lot of concerns raised by the protesting doctors. In fact, while the matter has been given over to CBI, the protesting doctors, at least I can speak for RG Kaur, have been there almost every day. And RG Kaur, the protesting doctors, the resident doctors, the senior doctors, they are saying that they need to know the truth. And there is a sense of restlessness among people as which way the investigation is going, because minded, the protest was launched from the preliminary apprehension that there could be an attempt to hush up the matter, and they also feared that because the family was initially informed it was a case of suicide and not rape and murder, it was initially had stoked in the fear among people if there would be further attempts to kind of scuttle the investigation, because at this people are absolutely asking for the truth. They're also asking for the accountability to be fixed, and most importantly the accused, whether one or more, that truth should also come out, because there, mind you, there is also a larger apprehension as whether it's a handiwork of one accused who has already been arrested, Sanjay Rai, or there are more people involved. So the Supreme Court.
Lord, one more aspect, my lord, which is brought to my notice by one young lawyer, my lord, representing someone. I'll not, my lord, right now divulge the my lord, identity of the person, but he seems to have filed
So, for viewers who are engaged with us, just to let you know that, we are interrupting in between because we do not want the screen to be
I have,
without
Malad,
audio.
the
That's something we
director
have
has
learned
received
in
and
TV
today
all
the
throughout,
learned advocate is
that
giving me a
the
copy.
screen
Yes,
cannot
Malad,
be
the
dead,
part
and we
which I
keep
have marked.
engaging
I
with our
would not
viewers,
have
and that's the
troubled your
reason I'm
lordships
coming
with this,
back
but
on
for
the
the
screen
fact
and trying to
that the
engage with the viewers
person
intermittently,
who has,
and
Malad,
we're
brought
cutting back
this
to the
has
Supreme Court live
filed this
transmission
complaint
as
in
soon as it happens.
2023.
I think it has,
So it can't be
the
discarded,
Supreme
Malad,
Court is
as
going through
something
the reports, the
afterthought or some
CBI
out
status
of some
report, and also the
personal.
state has filed the status report. Both the status reports have now been handed over. The Supreme Court
And the
bench
next
headed by
page
Chief
also.
Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, they are going through the
Can I have a
status
copy?
report. Mind it, just a short while back, you also
It's a
heard
common
the
complaint.
Solicitor
It will be
General
public
kind of
record.
raised this, cast this aspersion that, the investigation is happening, relying on what has been handed over to the CBI by Kolkata Police, what really they have done and how trustworthy they are. It's something they are trying to raise their questions on, to which Kapil Sibal, on behalf of the West Bengal, had tried suggesting that everything is videographed, and now in the status report which has been given to the Chief Justice of India, to the bench of Chief Justice of India by the state government of West Bengal, they are saying they have also handed over a timeline which essentially highlights as what really happened, and they are saying that every minute is documented and most of it is also videographed. The post-mortem is also videographed. The
The
issue
complaint
of
was
why the
made in
why
23.
the FIR was
That's
registered
what
so
he
late
says.
at
No,
night at
this is given
11:45
to
found
the
a
director
mention once again,
yesterday,
because that
but
too
he
had
mentions
dominated
that the
the
complaint which
initial
is
part of the
mentioned there,
hearing
the
on day one,
allegations
which is
were
Tuesday,
made by
and
him. LEC will annexed
on
B.
behalf of the CI, on behalf
He
of the
made these
Solicitor General,
allegations in
not on
2023.
behalf of CBI, on behalf of the Solicitor General, it was also highlighted that the post-mortem was also done at the same hospital where the deceased doctor was brutally raped and murdered, from where the entire protest has emanated, from where the first doubt of not everything fine came to fore. So that too has been highlighted. Now the status report of the CBI and the status report of the police both have been submitted, and the bench has gone through. I think the bench is making some observations. We can cut to it live again as soon as they are audible, and we do believe the reports would be served on either side.
If the seizure and everything takes place at 11 o'clock, 11:30 in the night.
No. Well, that's why I've got timelines. Well, this is a bit
No, but-
unfortunate. I'll just give you the timeline.
seizure
Exactly.
and
Well.
everything takes place up to
But
then.
kindly, I've given minute by minute what happened, Mullahs. We have a timeline prepared for your lordships, Mullahs.
Lord,
And it's backed by videography. It's not, Mullahs, something that we are saying.
Lord, can I be shared with the timeline? at
Yes,
least?
we'll share it. I wish you had asked, shared what you passed on to the
We
court.
don't have to
But
ask,
doesn't
you have
matter.
to give it
But
to
doesn't
CBI.
matter. Doesn't
We
matter.
were on
I
the
don't have
ground.
to
so that's
request.
the my lords, could we be
You are
served with
bound to
timeline?
give
You should have
everything to
given
the
it
CBI.
yourself.
You have not given.
You should
We have
given it yourself.
Lord, I believe.
Lord, I am getting Calcutta police. Ships have, Lord.
Mullahs, we have
As per records. Ah.
Can't hear your lordship properly, my lord.
As per the autopsy report,
Yes.
the autopsy was conducted in the evening hours of 9,
No, no, on 9th,
on 9,
on 9th.
9th August.
Yes,
Now, the GD entry
yes.
of unnatural death case was recorded on 23:30 hours on 9th. That is 11:30.
No,
Now,
that's for the FIR. FIR. UD case was in the morning, my lord.
But then
1:47
as
PM.
per the report submitted to us.
No, that's why I have the timeline, my lord. It's better, your lordship. I'll
Just
give it to my
listen,
lord.
23 is the FIR.
One second, allow me.
Is right.
The scene of crime, including inquest, seizures, and autopsy, were carried out mentioning the GD entry number 542 dated 9/8/2024. Now, this GD entry was made. And 861. And it's case number 861.
Well, let's, may I, with your lordship's permission, let's allow me to place the timeline before your lordship, given minute by minute as to what happened. And my lord, if there is, kindly hold on, just give it to my lordship, please.
Mr. Sibbal,
Yeah.
just tell us from your record, at what time the postmortem was performed?
Yes, I tell your lordship.
From your record?
Yes, yes.
That is, for the time being
6:10 to 7:10 PM.
in the evening,
Yes,
correct?
correct.
When you are taking the dead body
Yes,
for the purpose of performing postmortem,
yes.
is it a case of unnatural death or not? If it is not a case of unnatural death, why do you have to perform the postmortem? This
Is a
but
case.
just so that
Sorry.
you can respond to it.
Sorry.
There are so many questions.
Yes,
which
yes,
are
I agree. Of
coming in
course.
our mind.
Right, right.
And we have the best of the assistance
Yes, yes.
in your form. When you start performing the postmortem, that means it is a case of unnatural death.
No doubt about it.
Postmortem starts at 18:10 hours.
Yes,
It comes to an end at 19:10 hours.
yes.
What was the idea in registering UD at 23:30 hours? And-
That's the FIR, Mother. That's not the UD.
No, sir. No, sir.
Mother, I've just,
Just listen to
I'm
us.
sorry.
Either you are right
No.
or
No,
what
it was
has
FIR. FIR
You have
was-
to answer your lordship's question, Mother, without interference, please.
Well, you can.
No, just
Yes,
one
certainly,
clarification.
certainly.
The records reveal,
Yes,
subject to what you have to further point out to us.
correct.
UD case number 861 of 24 of Police Station Tala
Yes,
was registered at 23:30 hours on 9th August 2024. V-Day GD entry number 576 and the FIR number 52 of 2024 was registered at 23:45 hours. Is this record correct?
Mother, may I therefore point out to your lordship, just take the timeline. We've referred everything in
So
it.
according to your record, the UD was registered at what time?
1:45 PM.
1:45?
PM.
No, that's not true.
That 1:45 PM.
How do we reconcile the two records?
Mothers, I'll show that to your lordship.
Because we today have a report
Mothers, but that I'm saying, Mother.
which indicates that this is the time. So therefore, it's very surprising. Postmortem precedes registration of UD.
No, Mother, this is what I'm told, Mothers, and I can only
Is
respond.
someone responsible there to assist?
Yes, certainly, Mother.
If any officer is present, you may
Yeah.
speak to him and tell us.
What is it?
Because if this is the fact, then it is something very dangerous.
I agree with, I agree. Let me just, Mother, the officer is here.
Please.
I may beg my lords to point out one thing.
One-
The
one-
postmortem
Just a minute.
report-
Just a minute,
Just a
first,
minute,
let
please.
him assert it.
Unnatural death entry and
Tell him to make a responsible statement. He should not make a rash
Of
statement.
course not, Mother. No
Tell
question,
him.
no question about it. Let's kindly see page 4 of the diary.
I thought this is.
What time is this?
Can I have a timeline, please?
Hold on, hold on. I've
No,
not
no,
even handed it to the.
You have not given. I have been requesting since.
I don't know why you are interfering, sir. I've not even given it to the court.
Just a minute, just a
You
minute.
have
Allow
given.
me to answer the court, please.
There are 3, 4 questions. which
Yes, but I
you
could
would like-
answer each one. And we can't, Mullah, we have to make sure that what we say is right, Mullah. What time is this? Hmm. Yes. Mullah, yes, kindly see, Mullah. Now, kindly see page 4 of what? Of the case diary. It will give some indication as to what happened.
Thought.
Yes, it says, Mullah, that
UD case number 861 of 24 was registered at what hours?
1:45.
From where do you get this?
It mentions, Mullah.
From where do you get?
Just trying to make sure that. They or not?
That's common, that's common.
Be careful in doing the statement.
It's all right, as long as we get the correct answer,
Correct.
no problem.
Our reports are based on the case diary they have given to us.
Just a minute, Mr. Solicitor General. They are expected to reply to our question. Why it takes so much of time? Just show the time on the document, that's all. All that you need to do is refer to that document and tell us at what time UD, again I am repeating, 861 of 24 was registered.
Yes. Has to be in the case diary. Should just show it, the UD case document is here. We can't possibly, my lord is asking. Hard copy
आपके
दो।
पास पे है
हर कॉपी में
We'll don't do
नहीं
it.
नहीं
Just something,
Yes,
when we take up this matter on the next date,
yes,
keep a responsible police officer
yes,
present here
yes, absolutely.
who had done or who had carried out all this
Yes,
exercise.
we'll do that.
He should be able to tell us.
Yes, yes.
Till this point of time, we have not got the answer, what time it was registered.
No, my lord is right.
But what time is this?
No, the question is time.
Mr. Sibal,
Let's kindly see, quite frankly, I'll have to construct this for your lordship. For example, I mean, page 2 of the case diary, the UD case, requisition of the magistrate for inquiry. Just let's kindly see requisition
Sharma,
for inquest.
can you tell us at what time the inquest Panchnama was drawn?
Yes, we'll just tell you that. That also we have in timeline. 4:20 to 40 PM.
4:20
To
4:40 PM. And now the record reveals the report which we have in our hand that UD was registered after the inquest Panchnama, after the postmortem.
That was made before the magistrate to carry out the inquest mentions.
Mentions the UD.
But that's page number 2 of the case diary.
That's what we were going to point out.
Now, Mr. Solicitor General,
Yes,
has the CBI collected the record which is available to them?
yes,
They have collected it?
we have collected.
Is any officer present today?
Yes,
Who is it?
the Joint Director, CBI, my lord.
Ma'am, you have understood our question. Come to page 12. of your report which has been tendered today. Read para 10 in your mind, Page 12. Tell us, is this record correct? Is this correct?
Yes, sir. It's
Correct.
based on the documents given to us by the Kolkata.
Why are they showing us some different time? Which is the document they are referring to?
Sir,
Case diary, I have it with me.
Case diary.
sir, this is based on the GD entries and the documents given to us by the
Correct.
Kolkata police.
But look at the time which you have stated.
It's there, sir, in the GD entries, sir.
Can you
And
show us?
copy of it.
Can you show us?
Yes, sir.
I'll
Xerox copy, yes.
I just put on mark and passing.
Well, they are mentioning the GD of what happened in the entire day, Malad. If your lordship that look at page 2, Malad. Page 2, it says the application made to the magistrate with the GD and where the UD entry is already mentioned.
You may be right, Mr. Sibal. This is something which even the criminal procedure code doesn't prescribe.
Yes, exactly.
The entire procedure
Yeah.
which has been
Your
followed by your police,
Yeah.
police of the state, it is something which at least I have not come across
Yes.
in 30 years of my.
I know. Right. I appreciate it. But Manoj, the facts must be before your lordships. Manoj. That's the important thing. The real
The
fact.
first thing we want to confirm is,
Yes.
is it true that the UD case was registered at 23:30 hours and that the postmortem and everything preceded the registration of the UD?
No, Manoj.
We'll have to answer.
Yes, please, Manoj.
Second question to
Yeah.
you,
But
Mr.
that's
Sibal.
the second question.
Who is this assistant superintendent non-medical? Who is this person? Is this assistant superintendent a male or a female?
I believe it's a female, but I just make sure. Female.
Her conduct is also very, very doubtful. Why did she act in this manner?
I can't possibly. Manoj, that's number 2.
It's all right. It's all right.
Kindly pardon me, this is the one copy what we have. I have marked on the side flapping is on the right hand side, my lord. First page.
Well, I've got the entire sequence here. GD entry 542 is at 10:10 a.m.
Manoj, I have if your lordship don't mind, Manoj,
No, I've got your documents. I'm looking at it from your documents.
Yes.
GD entry, it says 542, 10:10 a.m.
Yes.
It says received information over the telephone
Yes.
from Ajikor MCH police outpost that a lady of PG trainee of so-and-so MCH was found lying in unconscious state at seminar room of chest medicine department of third floor of emergency building in half naked condition. Accordingly informed so-and-so officer in charge and under his order,
Yes.
leaving PS with lady police and force for causing inquiry. This is at 10:10 a.m.
Correct.
Just allow me to intervene.
Now, one second.
The doctors are saying unconscious, though she was already dead.
1 second.
You don't need to be a doctor to understand.
This is 542.
Yes.
Now, next is 576. Now,
Yes,
576 is extremely important. The PM examination over, the dead body of the deceased, the board verbally opined that the death of the deceased was due to the effect of manual strangulation associated with smothering, antemortem, and homicidal in nature.
Correct.
Also verbally opined that medical evidence of forceful penetration stroke insertion in her genitalia, possibility of sexual assault, is a possibility. Accordingly, PO has been cordoned under proper guard. Also, several witnesses were examined and the statement was recorded, consulted CCTV footages in and around the vicinity of the PO.
Yes.
One thing, therefore, which is very clear is that the cordoning off and the preservation of the crime scene takes place after the post-mortem report is conducted. This is what the GD entry itself says. So first, the PM takes place between 6 and 7 in the evening, after which they start cordoning off the crime scene. Now just go forward. Experts of SFL, WB, have visited the spot under their direction and able guidance. Incriminating articles and documents were received under videography in proper seizure list after observing all legal formalities by seizure list dated 9th August. DO dog squad also arrived on the spot. On the basis of the prayer of investigating agency, learned judicial magistrate conducted inquest over the dead body of the deceased under videography after observing all legal formalities. Accordingly, PM examination was conducted by the Board of Autopsy Surgeons consisting of 3 members under videography over the dead body of the deceased and declared her dead body on 9th August at about 12:44 hours. Meanwhile, so-and-so homicide, officers of homicide section, women grievance cell, scientific wing so-and-so photography, it was learned that the door of the seminar room was in open condition. Then 576. On perusal, 1 blue-colored jeans, etc., found in incriminating articles were found on the mattress, beneath the mattress on the dais. Accordingly, some people were examined. They will not read out her name, which appears immediately thereafter. Accordingly, on-duty RMO of so-and-so examined. Found that one lady was lying on her back on a mattress kept on the wooden dais inside the said seminar room in unconscious and motionless condition. She was examined in presence of lady police personnel and found some injuries on her private parts and other parts of her body. Also found that she wore whatever. After return to PS under order of OC, and UD case has been registered. Vide Tala UD case number 9th August.
So this is now it is
Now it's very
confirmed
clear.
that it was 23:30 hours.
Page number 2, just see page number
No, but
2.
this is the case diary.
No,
It shows that the UD case is registered
No, that's
after he returns to the police station.
I don't want to contradict, but kindly see page 2
Okay,
of the case diary.
these are their documents.
Yes, ma'am. Has given to us.
We'll part with you for 2
And
minutes.
after return to the police station, the seized articles were kept in Malkhana White MK number 52 of.
Before that, your lordship may see the last page of this.
Would my lord,
Last but one.
may I pleading with your lordship, look at. page
Second
2.
last, my lord. After return to PS under order of
Okay, that we have seen.
UD case has been registered. My lord, that
Yes,
is at
sir.
2030.
Make us understand this. The circle portion. What is this?
Malad, when he comes back, he records the entire incident and then Malad repeats that. But
Oh, Mr. Sibal, oh, sorry, we can't accept this explanation.
page 2 in the diary itself, Malad, kindly have a look at page 2 if you don't mind, Malad, please.
So what is this? He has recorded minutes? The entire day's proceedings?
He has to, Malad, he has.
Why has he mentioned this 32 hours, 30
Because
hours?
he's come back at that time, Malad. At the police station at that time, Malad. He therefore recorded it. Malad, there's a lot of.
Okay. Now show us one document
Yes, I'm showing. Malad.
prior to 23:30 hours,
Correct.
wherein we find this UD case number so and so.
Page 2, page 2.
Give it back to us, please.
I'm sorry, Malad. Page 2, Malad.
Of this
Page
compilation,
diary, yes,
page 2.
yes. That's the second last page, Malad, and there it is mentioned. Second last
Second last page of the case diary.
of the case diary.
It's
Page number
UD,
2.
not GD.
Case diary, my lord's page.
Case diary, page 2.
Case diary.
We will have it in hard copy.
Yes, we give it to your lordship.
Let us see.
Let us give it to mine. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the magistrate would happen in the afternoon, which
That
happened
is
in the
after,
afternoon.
much after.
And you will see the diary number, Malad, 861 of 24. 861 of 24.
Even the order of the magistrate.
Even the order of the magistrate thereafter, Malad, says that.
Plus page 4.
Let them investigate. This has been inserted later in point of.
No, page 4.
Yes, prima facie, prima
four,
facie it appears.
Before, Malad,
Prima
before,
facie it appears.
page 4, not
Let them,
inserted.
let them look into it. Let them look.
Ask for the report from the ACGM.
Just give it back to us. I'll share it with my lord.
My request is
and my
ask for the
father.
report.
Yes,
from
my lord, and the
ACGM,
copy may be given to us, my lord. I do not know whether this copy we have or not.
Case diary.
That's okay, but
No,
give
no,
it,
no.
give one more copy. What objection can you have?
Report of the ACGM can come, Malad. Before the ACGM, the application was made. No.
Lord, this page may be given to us. They may have given, let another copy be
May
given.
I request your lordship, look at page 4 and ask for the report of the ACGM report.
No, I do not know what is shown. I must say.
Malad, kindly see page, Malad, I'm sorry, Malad, I give. No, Malad, it
No,
can't
the
be-
copy of print of this page may be given, my lord.
Just a minute.
That's the request.
Just give it back to me, please. Only you have a look at it.
We just look at it. Yeah. I understand. Yes, I know. Now, Malad, your lordship suspicion is right. Now we read page 8.
From where? In this?
Yes, here. That's the inquest report. Give it back. This is the judicial magistrate, Malad, who carry out the inquest, and see Malad UD case 861. Postmortem also mentions it. So, Malad, these can't be inserted. And this is signed by the magistrate.
Here's this number.
They will have to look into.
Let them, Malad. I also magistrate's Malad's order itself.
They'll have to look into.
My lord,
Yes,
I
please.
would, my lord, again request my learned friend to give me a copy of this. Even if it is given, let it be given afresh.
Give a copy after I have a soft copy. Give me a soft
We'll give you a
Please
copy.
have a
We have
printout
soft
and give it.
copy. So, Malad, magistrate's order, Malad, kindly see the magistrate's order. That's, Malad, also part of the
CD.
CD.
Diary.
I just give it to your lordship. Just give it to my lord. No, but I think.
The magistrate's order is not part of the case diary.
1 second, it will not, but I'm just saying.
Yes.
It's not so. Kindly have a look, Malad. The magistrate's order itself. My lord, Justice Padiwala, please, Malad, I'm sorry. This is the magistrate's order. And it mentions the case number.
documents are not with the
It's
CBI.
not given to us.
They
It's
are.
not a part of case diary. That's the simple answer.
Mother, they are and they are not producing them. They are. And I'm sorry to say, mothers,
Just a second.
because an impression is being created, mother, that
we don't
contrary
have
to
it.
the record.
Ma'am,
He has a.
come to page 8 of your report. Roman 14, I'm sorry, Roman 17. Last 3 lines. Is this still pending?
Roman 17, top.
Yes.
paragraph.
Last 3 lines. Is this still pending? Or the High Court has passed the necessary order and you have completed it?
Sir, it's still pending. Sir.
Still pending.
Is to be conducted. Yes, sir.
Oh.
He has the court passed.
What
not-
time?
Taking permission of the court, my lord, because that needs permission.
Yeah.
We are waiting the permission of the court, my lord, because that needs permission.
Then you should pursue it at the earliest.
We are doing.
There's something else we wish to point out, mothers. We're just checking something which will demonstrate, mothers.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, bring something else to your lordship's attention. Your lordships will allow me, my lords. May I just bring something else to your lordship's attention? That the seizure list at page 25 also has UD case 861. Postmortem has, seizure list has,
861.
page 25,
Case diary.
25 case diary. Inquest has everything, all documents have that.
Inquest, postmortem, seizure list.
Page 25 seizure list.
Case diary. PDF 157 of the case diary.
This is at 8:30. Yeah. This is at 8:30, your lordship notices, always before 11. So how can anybody, my lords, even contend? Yeah.
Inquest is at,
I'll substantiate that.
inquest is at 4:40.
And the inquest is at 4:40, my lords.
Also mentions.
And the original CD has also been given to them, my lords. It's bits unfair to. And the original CD was handed over to the CBI in the High Court, my lords, as soon as the transfer order came, my lords. Yes, yes, yes. 1 o'clock after the post-mortem.
Victim shows what additional findings there are.
Many viewers are asking why there is so much silence. Just to confirm, the discussion is going on between the bench. As far as the output that you see by,
Many viewers are
next
asking
to
why there is much silence. Just
next to my screen, it's the output which is being given by the Supreme Court. It is not something that we can control. We are only transmitting every live transmission
for a
from the
second.
Supreme Court's output as and
Just
when
to remove
it
this
has got
confusion,
audio.
Madhu.
To give you
How
a quick roundup of what has
this
happened so
time-
far, Well, it is very, very interesting, a state, and not really sure how much of this can be reported, because mind you, the Supreme Court had made it very clear that the reports have to be given to the bench in a sealed
Well, the
envelope,
original
and
CD will
see how it
contain
has been
everything.
given, both by CBI and by the police. Now, CBI has given a status report pertaining to the rape and murder, the probe which they are the case which they are probing, and at the same time, we know that police have also filed a report. Uh, Police have also filed a report pertaining to the vandalism which happened inside the RG Kar Medical College and hospital premises. Samridhya Bose is writing no audio. Am I not audible? Kindly confirm. Well, CBI has filed the status report. CBI has filed the status report, and the status report CBI is going, the bench is going through now. Now, the observation that the bench has with, okay, I'm audible. So the observation that the bench has come up with, and there is a large amount of confusion, because for the bench there are two reports now. One is the case diary, that is not essentially a report, but that's actually a case diary which has documentation of every detail. So the case has emerged so far, and every detail which has been documented, which is part of the case diary. That apart, CBI has also filed a status report. Now, CBI status report is also relying a lot on the initial investigation which has been done by the Kolkata police, and the case diary which has been handed over to them.
Only a
Confusion
just
now
to create
lies,
this
as
blood,
being
In
pointed
the case
out
diary, we formed
by, has been
we
questioned
can form a
rather
view on
by
what
Justice
movement of the police
Pardiwala, as
officers
what
was,
time,
who
what
went, what time
exact
the body
time was the
first put,
UD case
what time
registered.
the body is brought, what time the inquest takes place,
I think the
post-mortem, and
court
then
is,
finally FIR at 11
again
11:30.
discussing. I believe Chief Justice is speaking
UD
with
case
Kapil
has
Sibal.
11 to 30. That's what I want to
No,
show.
no, that's not correct.
Advocate
See, the
Kapil Sibal,
UD
can
case,
Can
you
your
that
lordship
live?
just see this?
577 is recorded at 10:10 in the morning.
Can your lordship just have a look at it?
Yes.
Can your lordships have a look
They
at
have this information in the CD. They have this
Mr.
information.
Sibal, please allow me
What,
now.
Mr. Sibal?
Please allow me.
Allow me what? You should have shown the CD, given the CD.
But I don't
The
wish to
original
fight,
should have
my
been
lord. I
given
am-
in court.
In fact, this also matches with the FIR.
my lord,
FIR
there is a
says
confusion, my lord. Please
information
allow me.
received date 9th August 24, time 10:10 hours.
My lord, if
PD
your lordship
number
gives me 2 minutes, my lord.
Exactly.
My lord, I may be right, I may be wrong. Give me 2 minutes, my lord. Your lordships have, my lord, this 10:10, 10:10, my lord.
Yes, yes.
This is GDE, called General Diary Entry.
Right, at the
Correct?
police station.
At the first, yes, at the police station. Please, my lord, thereafter come to this, my lord. My lord, your lordship, I do not know the number of the compilation, but it is page 47 on the top.
Yes, 47 we got.
Correct?
This is the same.
Your lordship, please, Mr. Sibal,
Yes, continue.
there is
Mr.
always a courtesy to
Yes,
each
yes,
other. Lord,
Exercise.
this is 576, 2330. Correct, my lord? Now read this, my lord. In reference to Tala PS General Diary entry number 542 of date, return to PS with so-and-so, so-and-so. Please ignore it and come to the next page. After return to PS under order of office something, an UD case has been registered with a Tala PS number so-and-so 861. So this UD case is registered, my lord. Earlier was GD entry. This is UD case at 2330 and at 2345 FIR is registered.
Well, see page 40, it just shows Malad.
That's, my lord, how the chronology we have, my lord, presented.
Muddy the waters. It's all muddy the waters. That's what you're doing.
Just see 42, just see 42.
42, my lord.
GD number 542, dated 10:10 a.m. Received information over the telephone from Agikor Medical College Hospital Police Outpost that a lady of PG trainee of so-and-so was
So-and-so was found lying in unconscious
exactly.
state at so-and-so medicine department of third floor of emergency building in so-and-so, according to informed sector 92 OC and under his order, leading PS with lady police. So this is, my lord, general diary entry. What is
That is what DD is. That's
Lord,
what-
somebody has lost the
That's
life.
according to the
Don't
rules.
at least laugh.
One second.
Don't
According
at
to
least
rules
laugh.
Maharaj, that we follow,
A girl has
these
lost her
regulations we've
life
done in accordance.
in a most inhuman
That's
and
not-
undignified manner.
These are the rules and we have followed to the T, the rules of
Yes,
the.
I will show that
of
what rules are.
Unnatural death end.
My lord,
First,
the-
the Solicitor General, first the general diary entry is paid. Thereafter, the police proceeds to the spot with the case diaries.
Correct.
Case, general diary is kept at the police station.
Which
Case
is
diary
regis-
is carried to the spot.
Yes.
Now, the relevant part would be
Yes.
this part, which is a inquest report.
Yes,
This shows that the information regarding unnatural death was received and registered as case number 861 on 9/8/2024 at 10:10 hours.
That's correct.
Yes.
And this extract is the general diary which the police
Lord, we
complete
will
after the
examine
day
this
is
aspect
over.
and come back to you.
It carries various steps that have been carried out during the course of the day.
That's right.
So that
Lord,
is
and
what.
I can assure my learned friend, this is not an attempt to muddy the water, to remove the mud from the
already muddied
water,
it.
because we are dealing with a delicate situation. Somebody's dignity is
Oh, come
lost.
come on, we all know that. We are all, it's a tragic incident, it's barbaric, and we are on the same
Your-
side.
Your side was
But let's
laughing.
not muddy
That's
the waters on.
really
investigation.
unfortunate.
The only one point which we also see is that the UD, I'll read out the relevant part. This is at page 74. Accordingly, PO has been cordoned under proper guard. Also, several witnesses were examined and their statements were recorded. Consulted CCTV footages in and around the vicinity of the PO. After post-mortem and inquest, the dead body of the deceased has been handed over to her mother, so-and-so. After return to the police station, under order of officer in charge, so-and-so, and UD case has been registered by Tala PS UD case number 861, dated 9 August 2024. All concerned, including superiors, were informed. After return to the police station, the seized articles were kept in PS Malkhana by Malkhana number 52 in the presence of ASI and constable so-and-so. Now, and officer in charge was informed. So it appears that the initial report of an unnatural death was received and which was recorded in the GD at
Correct.
as
So
5:40.
not unnatural death,
Once.
unconscious body. The doctors are informing the police that there is an unconscious
Found
body.
lying in unconscious state. That is
Not
how-
a doc, you don't have to be a doctor to
That is-
know that it's not
that
unconscious
is at-
body, it's a
that is
dead
at
body.
10:10 a.m.
Yes.
GD 542.
This is from the outpost, Maharaj.
Right.
This
The
information is
unnatural
from the
death,
outpost.
the unnatural death is
Received from
recorded
police's
by
outpost.
entry 861, after they return to the police station at night.
That is how we have
And
seen.
11:30 in the night, the FIR is registered. In the meantime, the body has been handed over to the mother for the purpose of.
And that too, the
Correct.
father insists for
And-
registration of the
Yes,
FIR.
absolutely.
The hospital does not register the FIR. Father has insisted and registered the FIR.
The father told us, you wait till I tell you, then
No,
only
no,
register.
Oh.
I will give a written complaint. That's what happened. At least tell us what's been happening in the investigation and trying to say that this happened at 11:45.
The families here, madam.
State has.
Yes, appealing, my lord. One clarification which we need.
Certainly, Maharaj.
If the report of the police indicates that after return to the police station, GD 861 was recorded. In the meantime, the dead body had been handed over to the mother for cremation. If this does not square up with the fact that the inquest refers to GD 861. Inquest takes place. I have the inquest of the judicial magistrate.
Right,
Judicial magistrate says I conducted the inquest at 4:20 p.m. on the 9th of August.
correct.
That inquest report refers to GD 861.
Yes.
Now, if the police say that the GD 861 was recorded on return to the police station just before, obviously before the FIR is recorded that night, how is it that an inquest at 4:20 refers to 861?
Lord,
This is
kindly-
doesn't square up.
Lord, I do not know what,
I'm
how
sorry.
it will
This is
turn.
just
It
recording.
says
This is just
UD
recording.
1861,
Just
not
an
GD.
expression, Maharaj, it's just recording.
It says UD
Ask the
861.
ACGM, Maharaj, ask
Not-
the ACGM. He was there. Ask the ACJM, Manoj. Everything's on record. Your memo says 861. Postmortem says 861. And Manoj, the real thing is the investigation. Why are we moving away? What has happened in the investigation?
My lord, my lord, my friends may share the timelines with us.
Do you have the postmortem report? Yes, just pass it on.
I'm sorry, Manoj.
Postmortem,
yeah.
Lord, the state says father,
Three, Manoj. Page
father
1-3.
did not permit registration of FIR. The father's counsel is there.
Page 1-3, Manoj, page 13
And he-
of the case diary.
So the state will wait for the father.
Page 13 of the case diary.
In this PM note, is there a reference of 861 somewhere? Top,
Other top minutes.
Where?
First line, reference.
Yes, yes, okay.
Right on top.
Right on top. It's there. UD case number.
Here's then, that at the time when the PMR was when the postmortem was conducted, UD 861 had already been there.
That's right. There's no doubt about it, Manoj.
The inquest
Well,
number is also
people are
there.
using some language some expressions, Manoj. Bengali speaking people are, Manoj, using some expressions in English.
No, there is no Bengali.
Only-
They are-
The record will show.
So why does the IO then say that after I returned to the police station in the night, I recorded?
Because he has to record what has happened all this while. That's the point.
PMR,
He is recording minutes of the meeting, my lord.
But the
Which-
investigation.
The point is, we are more concerned about the investigation, what has happened in the last
Exactly,
1
that's
week. At
what
least
is
tell the
getting
court that.
In the.
He's right. They were more concerned about the
Maybe inform the
investigation,
court.
which is emerging now.
Lordship, the PMR talks about 151 mg of semen. It is never in mg.
No, it is
It
not
is in
semen.
ml.
It is the
It is in.
So please, come on. This is the
Let's not-
problem that.
They are at the very incipient stage, but don't confuse this.
Yeah.
Don't use social media to make arguments in the court.
I'm grateful, my lord, for that. I'm grateful.
We have specifically now
Yeah.
the PMR before us, and we know what that 151 refers to.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's not use, what we read on
What is
social
happening.
media and then make legal arguments on that basis. That's
Manoj,
what
I
I
have-
have to clarify.
Manoj, I have a
Is
very.
that-
Manoj, 1 second. Now, Manoj, your lordships asked me that you will give me a chance, Manoj, after this is over. I have a very serious issue at hand, Manoj, and I want to hand over an affidavit to you. Just please give it. And I'll hand over that affidavit also to the solicitor, but only to him. Manoj, just give it. Just go through this affidavit, Manoj.
They're only giving.
Only to him.
Yes, I'll give it.
Well, just read through this, see what's going to happen. Para 5 onwards, page 2, Manoj. These are collateral events, Manoj, that are bound to happen.
This is again on social media, my lord, something on.
No, not
I-
social media. We've
But
got
the
the
social,
original.
my lord, state filing an affidavit based on social media.
Just let the court please read it. Then para 8 is also important.
Check. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Check.
Now, Mullah, this is.
There are
Hold on,
appearances
hold
on
on.
both
Allow
sides,
me,
Mullah.
allow me.
Let's not go into it.
1 second. Mullah, this is exceptionally serious because they've planned it for 27th. Now, Mullah, if any protest is to be done, they must tell us which route. They
No,
must
who
tell us
should
what.
tell us?
please.
You tell yourself.
Mullah,
I mean,
normal
police will have to
procedure
come to
must
know
be
about
followed,
it.
must be followed. And Mullahs, what they do is they carry flags. Mullahs, they take off the flag, it becomes a stick. And there's an SOP, there is a standard operating procedure which has to be followed, Mullahs. Because what will happen, Mullahs, as your lordship sees, Mullahs, the whole purpose is now it's collateral events that are happening. It's unrelated to what, Mullahs, the real issue is. And we've got photographs, Mullahs.
I
36
support
onwards,
Mr.
we have got
Sibal. No
photographs as to
vandalism
what
should be
really happened.
permitted by the
There's
police.
all this running away from the police. We have actually got photographs. This is all completely wrong. The status report
Doctors are
is given.
saying, Mullah,
So
we are
I
not-
will want your lordships to go through that status report and pass an order that this can't be done, Mullah, and there must be a standard operating procedure which has to be followed.
We'd like to see, we'll come back after lunch. We just want to see your status.
Yes,
report.
Mullah.
We just-
Obliged. I'm
Lord,
deeply obliged.
Lord,
Can
may I
right now-
just
Deeply obliged.
say,
Come back and see yours because we've
Lord-
examined CBI status.
Yes, now your
We
lordship
are
makes
to
it.
examine.
Lord,
time.
may I just say to my friends, CISF is still not there. No, it's not there. I've got photographs of today morning. I have photographs.
Just take instructions. That's
Lord,
CIS that
I
arrived at this
received an
point.
intimation in writing that they have gone, they have visited in along with the Kolkata police and to decide where to post whom. Lord, one thing is to be decided. Kolkata police says that the security should be in the hospital, but we feel that it should be more in the hostel because they
Mr. Subal,
Yeah, no problems,
we might be just late by 10 minutes or so.
No problem.
Look at
No.
just 15, so you all of you
Deeply
also know
obliged.
your
Deeply obliged.
grateful. Lord.
So, Solicitor, we'll come back at you.
Right.
Original case diary, Mullah, sir.
So those who are still there, and if you have been watching the entire proceeding, which had been on for 2 hours now, in the past 2 hours, we have seen exchanges between Kapil Sibal representing West Bengal government. We have seen exchanges between the bench of Chief Justice headed by Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, along with Justices G.B. Pardiwala and Justice Manoj Mishra, and exchanges also happened between the bench and and the Solicitor General representing the CBI. Now, at this juncture, just to give you a quick roundup, there are 2-3 things where the hearing is standing and at a very, very interesting state. Very interesting state. So, point number 1, the court has received the status report from the CBI. The CBI status report has been received. Now, CBI was asked to file a status report by today, and CBI has filed a status report on the investigation that has happened so far. Now, CBI status report again was given in a sealed envelope, and the court is currently in possession of it. The state government has also been asked to file a status report as far as police investigation into the vandalism and violence that happened inside Arjikar premises is concerned. Now, both the reports have been submitted. That's point 1. Both the reports have been submitted to before the bench, and that apart, the CBI status report, the court has gone through. Now, after the lunch, when they resume, they would go through the state report. While going through the CBI report and the CBI status report, the observations which have been, there came a point where the bench was literally questioning as what time was the UD registered. UD, the unnatural death case registered. Because minded, there is a strong, there is a strong, I would say, suspicion, if I can use the word consciously, on the people and the protesters, especially after the fact that the family had alleged that they had received an information from the hospital that they have lost their daughter to suicide. And because it's not a case of suicide, that's why there is a larger apprehension in people. If that suicide theory was to obfuscate the matter or to brush aside the serious matter of rape and murder. Now, if that is the foundation of a distrust, that has also formed a foundation for the protest which has intensified, and that has also formed the foundation for people not to believe this investigation, which also saw the arrest of Sanjay Rai. The matter is now with CBI. So CBI, in its own report, which they have given to the court now, they have followed a timeline on the basis of the case diary they have received, on the basis of the case diary they have received from police. Now, their report has essentially highlighted one point which has seen a dispute in the course of hearing, which is what time was the UD case, the unnatural death case, registered? What time was the UD case registered? The CBI has given its own chronology of events, going by the case diary, going by the FIR, going by what the officer who had first reported to Archicor Medical College and Hospital and things, and how he has documented. Basis of all of that, CBI has filed a report. Now, court had pointedly asked the police or the state as what time was the UD case registered, because CBI report essentially mentions that the UD case was registered at 11:30 at night and the FIR with rape and murder charges were registered at 11:45 p.m. of 9th of August, the day the day case came to fore and the doctor was found dead after being brutally raped and murdered. Now, 11:30 is the time when the UD case is registered and 11:45 is the time when the FIR has been registered, which essentially means that everything has happened, after the body was handed over to the bereaved family. If that is the case, the court found a strong objection to it and in violation of the procedure, to which the government has clearly and squarely clarified that the first information, and if I can go by what I have heard, it's a very sensitive matter, we can't just go wrong. The first information which they have received, it was at 10 a.m. That is morning of 10/10 of August 9. Basis of that, a GD, that is a general diary, was registered. Thereafter, officers from the police station, the appropriate police station, which in this case is Tala Police Station, had reported to Archicor Medical College and Hospital. So the procedure is, when there is a case, an officer is being assigned that case, the officer will go to the place of occurrence, do the investigation, prima facie collect all the evidences, and thereafter would come back and report and lodge a case. So the officer had gone on behalf of Tala Police Station, had gone there, found the body lying in an unconscious state, and immediately it was informed back to Tala Police Station, and a case under the category unnatural death was registered. Now, what is the case number? The case number, the case number is 861 by 24, 861. So 861 is the case number as far as UD case is concerned, which was registered. Now, what is CBI arguing? CBI is arguing if you registered, a UD case at 1 o'clock, around 1 o'clock, it should be there showing somewhere. It should be there mentioned in the case diary. And on basis of that argument, court has also questioned if it was registered at 1 o'clock in the post 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Where is the proof? To which the state government or the police, I would say, had submitted a report, and in that they have also highlighted the inquest report, which has been done under the supervision of a chief judicial magistrate of the Shialda court, and it clearly mentions the UD FIR and the UD FIR number 861/24. So basically the sum up is, so after the officer had gone there, over phone had informed back to the police station, okay, you know, this is a thing, an UD case has to be registered. That particular case number and that particular time was blocked, and thereafter investigation proceeded with that very case number. And after the entire day's events, when the officer went back to Tala police station, only then, with the sequence of events, the UD case was officially like registered in pen and paper, or with time. It was registered at 11:30, but it is not the time when the UD case was registered. It is the time when the UD case was documented black and white on pen and paper. Otherwise, the UD case, according to police, had been registered at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Inquest was done between 4 and 4:30. The postmortem report, the postmortem was conducted between 6 and 7 in the evening, and thereafter at around 8:30 the body was handed over. So as far as registration of the UD is concerned, it is more or less sorted, because there was a confusion, and that in a way had dominated the large part of the first half of the hearing. That apart, the Chief Justice of India and Justice J.B. Pardiwala and Justice Manoj Mishra have extensively gone through the CBI report, and the CBI report is now in possession of the bench. After the court resumes post-lunch, they would now be going through the state's report, state's status report, or the status report filed by the police as far as the vandalism is concerned. In the meantime, the third very crucial aspect, in the meantime, the state has also filed an affidavit. Hear carefully. The state has filed an affidavit. The affidavit was exclusive to the bench and to the Solicitor General and to no one else. Now, what is this affidavit? If I am not mistaken, and what I could hear from Kapil Sibal very briefly touching upon, that they are planning a program on 27th, and they carry out flags, and when the flags move, they become a stick, and there could be a law and order situation. So I believe it is in reference to the Nabanno Chalo Obhijan, which has been called out on social media. Now, there is no clarity who has called out for this event. It is a law violation program. I won't call it a law violation program. It is a call to march the state secretariat, which is Nabanno. Now, so the affidavit which has been given to the bench, possibly or essentially seeking direction as how things should be manned and controlled, because they are saying these are collateral things and also need to be considered. That is what the state is saying. So while there is no official confirmation as who has put out that social media post asking for a march to Nabanno, while that is not really clear, but the very fact that it is there out on social media, it has found a mention from the state, and the affidavit has now been filed. The affidavit essentially is asking for a direction as what has to be done with this program, and it would be very, very interesting, because we haven't really seen in the past anyone allowed to march to the secretariat, and thus it has always become a law violation program. It is a fact that the secretariat comes under section 144, and even not breaching the context, not daring to breach the context, what we have seen so far, even at BJP's rally yesterday, Dabi Ek, Dofa Ek, Mamata Bandyopadhyay, Padotyak, that as a slogan, which means only one demand, Mamata Banerjee should resign. With such kind of placards and posters, they had taken out a rally. In fact, that same slogan also found a mention elsewhere in protest. Interestingly or coincidentally, this was the same slogan that was also there in Bangladesh during the unrest that we have witnessed in the past 1 month, I would say. So there is a larger discourse as whether a situation is slowly developing where public uproar is taking as shape as similar as to Bangladesh. And we have seen people while protesting or people while giving a speech not in favor of the state government had references to the events that unfolded in Bangladesh. And now when on 27th, a call has been given for a protest march, a march to the state secretariat, even with several BJP leaders been saying that, they would see the ouster of Mamata Banerjee from the secretariat on that day. There's larger, or I would say a growing apprehension if this too is also going in the way of the Bangladesh. Now, I'm literally not breaching any kind of context. We are referring to what has happened. In fact, those visuals are there on screen. You can see the Dafa Act, Dabi Act, Mukhyamantri Padak. These are the posters and placards which were held up by, by people in the protest, which was led by Shubhendu Adhikari and other BJP leaders yesterday, Shombudev Panda, even filmmaker Vivek Agnihotri was there. And these pictures, posters were all there in, at the protest yesterday. So who has called out this, August 27 protest march to Navanno, the state secretariat? Well, that is absolutely unclear. But yesterday's BJP protest rally seemed to be echoing the sentiment of that same call for protest. Shubhendu Adhikari also said, we would see to it that, that Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister, flies off the roof of Navanno. So now when the affidavit has been filed before the Supreme Court, it would be very, very interesting as what observation would be coming from the Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court in the last hearing had made it very clear that the state should not use or unleash its power on peaceful protesters. And the state had also maintained that, the state has also maintained that they have not stopped any protest or any protesters from taking out a protest. 27th of August and the call of protest, which is doing rounds on social media, is very, very interesting as it calls out a protest march to the state secretariat. Well, we have tried giving you a roundup, and we would just take a short break and come back with the Supreme Court hearing. That would be our prime focus today. In fact, that will remain our prime focus today, as what observations the Supreme Court would make and what directions the Supreme Court would give. The time dispute concerning to UD, the unnatural death registry case, it seems like the court has also accepted. There was some confusion, it's being sorted out. But the other thing which is extremely relevant and significant at this point is what is the status report of the police pertaining to the vandalism which happened inside the RG Medical College and Hospital premises, and what action being taken, and whether that would be convincing for the Supreme Court not to make any adverse opinion about the role of police. So for now, we are just taking a short break, but we will come back with the continuous coverage of the Supreme Court hearing, and of course the larger issue, which is the RG Medical College and Hospital, and the protest is still on. Minded, the protesting doctors have also maintained that they would wait for the Supreme Court hearing, and then and then they would decide as what they would do as far as the protest is concerned. And Samridhya Bose has requested if you can just give a sum up. Samridhya, it's a 2-hour long hearing. A quick would be the CBI status report has been filed before the court. The state status report pertaining to the vandalism which happened inside RG Medical College and Hospital, that too has been filed before the bench. The bench has gone through the CBI status report. The state status report, the court would be going through after the lunch. Third thing, the state, it seems like, has filed an affidavit pertaining to a protest march call to Navanno, which has been called out for August 27, an affidavit expressing apprehension. Apprehension if that could lead to law and order situation. We all know there is a growing discussion if unfolding is going in Bangladesh way, even though Trinamool Congress had called it nothing but a political move, trying to use this opportunity for political benefit, blaming both CPM and BJP. But then nonetheless, on the ground, as what you see and the speeches that you get to hear or the protest rallies that you get to see, there is some sort of a similarity between the Bangladesh protest slogans and the protest slogans which are raised here in Kolkata. So an affidavit has also been filed by the state seeking direction pertaining to August 27 rally call given to Nabanno, rally to Nabanno, a call which has been given by anonymous organizers. So that's exactly what has happened. Yes, the CBI has already filed the status report. Will we know what is the status report, or is it confidential? It is meant to be confidential. The scribbler has asked, it is meant to be confidential. Apart from the excerpts which have been read out in the courtroom, I believe it is meant to be confidential, but then, even the PM report was meant to be confidential, but it came out on social media. Even the fighter's identity was meant to be confidential, yet it came out on social media. So as of now, as things stand, the CBS report, I believe ideally should remain confidential, but nonetheless, we have to wait and see if there is any clear directive being given to the, given to all stakeholders, to all parties, to keep every document confidential, including the CBS status report. We will also be coming back as the Supreme Court resumes. To all the viewers who had connected with us, I thank you all. We as a team thank you all. And we would also request you to please go back to our timeline and watch our stories. There is a story which I filed late last night, which essentially talks about the fight of another side at a fast-track court. While there had been a growing demand for speedy trial and justice, and also disposal of cases pertaining to sexual harassment and pertaining to rapes. But then there are live testimonies where fighters or survivors are literally struggling while seeking justice at a fast-track court. We have tried doing a case study, and the story title is Arjikor Horror, Hear from a Fighter about a fight at a fast-track court, fight for justice in a fast-track court. It essentially highlights how Nirbhaya funds have been utilized in the past so many years, number of fast-track courts you have, the status of pending cases, how many being disposed of, how many pending cases are still pending before the fast-track courts, and how things look out, look for people who are seeking justice at fast-track court. So please go ahead and watch the story, because we are simply not focusing on the issue at hand. Of course, we are focusing on the issue principally, but that apart, we're also focusing on the other issues revolving around Arjikor Medical College and Hospital, and possibly everything together cumulatively demand several reforms, demand accountability. So we are trying to highlight every aspect. Kindly go through the story, leave your feedback, let us know what else you can do. For now, thank you so much. Thank you so much for connecting with us. We are taking a short break. We'll be back very soon.